Alright, so our next patient. Oh, hey, Susan. What appears to be the, problem? Hey there, doctor, mate. You alright? Yeah, I'm fine. How are you, Susan? Doctor, I'm gonna be honest, mate. Not too great. I feel a lot of chest pain, right? And my knees hurt when I walk. Okay, well, Susan, the problem with— But that's not all, doctor. I run out of breath really easily, and I just feel tired all the time. Yeah, Susan, I think I might know what the problem—
I was smiling at first, but then bringing up the McDonald's fucking fries is killing me, man.
You're having is. And every doctor I've gone to about this problem has just been really fat phobic. Always making comments about my weight and my diet, and it's just really insulting. Susan, I think they might be— Now, yeah, I might be a bit plus size, but it's got nothing to do with my health. I don't know why they keep bringing it up. One doctor even called me the SLUR obese. Excuse my language. Wait, the slur obese? What do you mean slur? God, they're all so bigoted and closed-minded. Doctor, I just want a solution to my problem. Can you help me out, please, mate?
Bro, if you go to a vet and there's a dog that's like 20 pounds overweight, they call it an obese dog. How is it not okay to say that to humans? It's a medical fact.
Yo, you're joking, right?
No. Nice intro.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and dogs, Starlight and Huey. Welcome back to the channel. Or if this just so happens to be your first time here, then I'm not even gonna say it, okay? You know. And before people go in the comments and say, oh, you sound so different, why do you sound so different? It's because I got braces, I got grills, okay? That's why
braces suck. I had them for 5 years.
I low-key have a little bit of a lisp, alright? Some words are still kind of hard to pronounce, but to be fair, most of it is faded by now, but it's still there just by a tiny little bit. And if you say you can't hear a difference, then I'm gonna give you flowers, okay? I'm gonna give you roses and dandelions. I was supposed to take a 2-week break off YouTube so my speech could recover, but I had to make this video. This is just retarded.
I'm sorry. What was that?
So my speech could recover, but I had to make this video.
Obese is a slur. Guys, do you think that the word obese is comparative to, say, the N-word? I don't think so. Obese is a medical term. Not at all. Man, you guys are so fat phobic.
Is just retarded. Now, before I go on and on and on, let me just preface this by saying I don't have a problem when people complain on the internet. Honestly, I don't. I'm doing it right now. If someone wants to sit down and complain about something, then honestly, I think that's perfectly fine. Sometimes it's funny, constructive, and actually entertaining. It only becomes—
The problem is when you put it into real life and then you start affecting people's real life. Yeah.
a problem when you're crying and whining about something which you yourself can control. It's one thing if I complain about Cocoa Pops tasting like shit because they took the sugar out. I don't know why they did that. But it's different if I'm the CEO of Cocoa Pops complaining about the same thing. Like, do you not see how stupid that would be? You fucking made it, you twat. And similar to that, if you complain about getting made fun of on the internet while you simultaneously act like a retard on the internet, you're a fucking idiot. I don't feel like I'm
if you want to act like you do and then post it online for people to make fun of you, I don't know, man. Like, I am putting myself on the internet, and if someone says something mean about me, okay. That's your right to do that. You're allowed to, as long as you're not telling me to, like, telling me you're gonna send me a bomb to my house or something. Like, that's cool.
Breaking new grounds here. This shit should be obvious. In conclusion, don't complain about things which you can solve through your own actions, okay? I thought this would be common sense by now, but clearly the internet has reduced all of our IQs by at least 200. And for some reason, I don't feel like it's gonna get any better anytime soon. But easily one of the dumbest communities on the internet is the fucking body positivity.
Holy guacamole. Holy Hannah. Holy Savannah. Oh my lord. Good gosh. Look, I'm all for, like, women having a little bit of, you know, chunk on their tummy or something. But this is absurd. You look like Squidward. You know what? Squidward ate, like, a bunch of Krabby Patties and it all went to his legs? And then he blows up? A little bit unhealthy.
Fat liberation, body diversity, plus size,
Yes.
literally every single other word under the sun other than what they actually are. Obese. You are obese, okay?
Bro.
You're not body liberated, you're not plus size. A fucking large Coke at KFC is plus size. You're just fucking obese, man. You can call it.
And I also hate the people that are like, actually, in the 90s, people got shamed for being, like, a little bit overweight. It's like, no, they were not shamed for being overweight. They were shamed for having a little bit of fat on their tummy. I remember there were tabloids of Britney Spears in, like, 2007 that I remember seeing in, like, stores and stuff that talked about, like, Britney put on 10 pounds. She's so fat. And I was like, she's not fat. Like, she just looks like a normal, like, woman that just had a kid, which she did have, by the way. It's normal for women to put on a little bit of weight after they have a child. Hormones do that, but that's besides the point. The stuff that happens, it's, like, actually unhealthy where you eat, like, 3,000 extra calories and you don't move because you're a sedentary friggin' piece of flesh.
Whatever you want. It is not gonna change that fact. We've been over this several times. And like I've said in those previous several times, no one cares that you're obese. If you want to sit down and eat pizza and ice cream all day, go ahead, okay? We don't care. People only start making fun of you when you complain about being overweight. You can't cry and whine about thin privilege when you sit down and eat enough food to feed a family of 4. These people are so—
Oh my god. Was she dipping?
in privilege when
hold
you
on.
sit down and eat enough.
Oh my gosh, she was dipping the sandwich into the ramen broth. Oh, that's ratchet, dude. You're not supposed to drink the broth either. That's nasty.
Food to feed a family of 4. These people are so fucking tone deaf it hurts to watch.
It hurts to walk. I have knee problems. Doctor, my knees hurt because I walk up the stairs and I'm hurting.
I've literally seen some accounts on TikTok where they'll go, oh my god, my jeans won't fit. They need to make—
Oh my god, I hate this shit too. My jeans won't fit me anymore. Okay, go buy a bigger pair of jeans. No, they have to cater to me.
bigger jeans, and then they'll simultaneously post what I eat in a day, and it's the worst food ever. Like, the solution to your problem is right there.
Chat, I want to eat 10 burgers. I want to. But I probably shouldn't.
It's on your account, you fucking wanker. But the worst thing these people do is that they'll genuinely convince themselves that there's nothing wrong with being obese. Do I even need to go over why that just doesn't make any sense? I've done it before, so I don't think I need to, but I will say that looking like this can, will, and is—
And that's another thing. I remember there was a TikTok that got put on my front page. It was a woman complaining that people aren't accepting that women are obese and overweight now. But in the medieval times, in the 1600s, if you were overweight, it was a sign of affluence. And I'm like, sweetie, it's not about you being 300 pounds. They were just like 50 pounds overweight, not 300. You can't even move! The paintings that they do of naked women and they had a little bit of fat rolls on them, they can still move!
Going to kill you, and is 100% gonna cause you health issues down the line, like heart
100%.
problems, kidney problems, joint problems, bone problems. Do I even need to go on? I mean, that short list is bad enough, but the full one is pretty fucking bad. Now, I'm not saying that people who aren't fat don't have these problems, but I am saying that if you are fat, you are much more likely—
It always catches up to you. You also don't live very long, so maybe all the complaining is it's just gonna happen for a little while, but then you probably die at 35 from congestive heart failure. Unfortunately. I know a friend who worked at a hospital where they specialize in heart stuff. It's just how it is. Most young people that are that overweight, they pass away pretty fast.
To have these problems. That's not me being fat phobic, that's me using what they taught me back in primary school. Children know this. Most people know this. Even you fat people know this. That's why they love the delusion of fat just being a body type. To which it's not. It comes with many different issues, but
body type. I remember body types were like, oh, I have a triangle chest, or I have a pear-shaped chest, or I have hips that are really wide. Now it's like, I'm 400 pounds.
Alright. They go as far as to call people fat phobes, which is a pretty rational fear if I'm being honest. No one in their right mind would want to look like this. Absolutely fucking no one. It's just in recent times there's been a really weird push into glorifying this stuff. The silly health at all size, my body is beautiful dog shit that no one actually believes has for some reason become a main statement in today's modern media. And it just keeps getting worse. Here we have the word obese trending on Twitter.
Oh, fuck, man. Oh, God. Twitter and trending topics. Alright, I'm listening.
Or X. Or whatever the fuck people call it nowadays, I don't care. Now to everyone who actually enjoys their life and doesn't use Twitter, you're probably wondering, why was the word obese trending? Well, now the word obese, the medical term obese, is considered a slur. Yes. A slur. The word should now be censored and treated like
Oh my god, wait, there it is! Obese is the N-word for plus-size people! Oh my god, and it's a doctor! No way, this is real. This has gotta be a fake account. That's gotta be a parody. You hear that? Chat! They should start They should start banning people when they call you fat in a video game. Yeah. You're a fat loser? Yeah, that's a 2-week ban.
Like the N-word. Honestly, I couldn't make this up even if I tried. Even though I have zero expectations of anyone on the internet, I'm still somehow disappointed.
I can always identify someone who
Anita be eaten is a wordplay. Oh my god, wait, we got to. But still, there's people that actually think that. Chat, don't laugh. Don't be like, oh, okay, haha, phew, parody. But still, people actually think that. I think they started rolling out recently, being sensitive to people being overweight when they're being treated by doctors and nurses. That actually is a thing. I had a TikTok like that on my recommended one time.
Doesn't have a great grasp on history if they see medicalization as a stamp of inherent virtue. This comes up a lot when I talk about how the word obese is a slur. At least one person will always pop their head out of the ground to say, obese is a medical term.
But it quite literally is. It says it right here. It's a
So if you're... Wait... So we should say that people who are addicted to substances aren't addicts, even though they physically are addicted to substances? Because it's a derogatory term? Yeah, I can do that too, Shan. You're all addicted to Smugglana. We can't say that word anymore.
A medical condition that people can get diagnosed with.
As if that somehow makes it better.
No, that would just not make it a slur. It would make it a medical condition.
You know what else used to be a medical term? Like a lot of bad shit we don't say anymore. Because we realized it was stigmatizing as fuck and it actively harmed people.
You know what else actively harms people? Obesity.
You choose to stuff your face. Let's put the example of the word retard, right? How he uses it. And how people say it's a bad word, it is a medical term. However, people use it in a bad way. It's not a good thing. But obesity is not the same. You're choosing to stuff your face. Yeah.
fucking twat. And unlike words, obesity actually harms people on a biological level. And even if you call it something else like round or big-bodied or morbidly obtuse, it's not gonna change the fucking issue. Because it's not a derogatory term, it's a health problem. People are still gonna suffer from obesity whether you call it obesity or not. My god, I never thought I'd ever have to explain that.
Science and language are both constantly evolving and updating. The medical establishment is not exempt from—
Yeah, because people like you complain on TikTok and then they actually push it into medical journals for it to be what is it called? Changed. Yeah, is it also like leprosy? One of those words, it's like, oh, you're a leper because you're carrying disease. That never changed, but people use it as a derogatory term, or at least they used to. You're like a leper. That's a bad thing.
If anything, it's actually a particularly strong example of how this happens. We don't need to look too far back into history at all to see how medical terminology and practices change.
Yeah, well, that's due to a little known fact called technology. The reason why medical practices change is due to technological advances. Back in the day, they didn't have technology to pinpoint each medical issue. But now, we do. And with that knowledge, we can tell that being morbidly obese is not good for you.
For example, homosexuality is no longer diagnosed as a mental illness. Female hysteria is not something that's diagnosed anymore.
Ah, yeah.
Unfortunately.
Yes, two psychological thought processes which don't inherently kill you. You know, guys, I think I'm starting to see the relation between that and having plaque literally cover your organs.
Yeah, that gives you a slew of issues on top of that.
Definitely the same thing.
Cocaine and heroin are no longer prescribed as anesthetics or cough suppressants. Lysol cleaning spray is no longer used as a douche. We don't perform—
Dude, she is pulling shit out of her ass to try and make an argument. This is such a bad faith argument.
Ice pick lobotomies anymore. And doctors no longer advocate for the health benefits of smoking cigarettes. Oops.
You know, it's almost like there's a way for doctors.
Oh my god, my brain just hurt. Oh my god, I actually felt a tinge of pain.
To tell if there's something biologically harmful to you. I wonder if they can still do that. Oh well, I guess not. Is her argument here that science is just—
Yeah, stuffing your face with like 4,000 calories when you don't do anything is also an issue. It's almost like the doctor's telling you to do something about it. Yeah.
outdated and that there's nothing unhealthy about being overweight? Because if that's the case, then she'd be wrong. The same way that we know smoking cigarettes is bad is the same way that we know overeating is bad. You'd expect a fully grown adult to know this.
More importantly, when a marginalized group tells you that a word or practice harms them, you can just go ahead and believe them.
Oh god, there's a lot.
Oh my god. Guys, stop calling me a fox girl. It's hurting my feelings. Stop it right now. Chat, fox girl is a slur. I said it. It is derogatory to women and foxes.
Of alcohol. I love me some alcohol. Listen, buddy, I'm glad to have you at the bar and all, but I think you've had too much. I think you might be an alcoholic. Hey, you can't say that word. That word is a slur. I don't appreciate that word. That word is very harmful. Listen, I'm sorry, man. I know the word alcoholic might be harsh, but this is your 13th drink. I think you might have had too many. No, I fucking haven't. You know what? I'm sick and tired of people using that derogatory term against me. I don't think you understand just how harmful that word is to me. So pour me another fucking pint or else I'm gonna put my boot up your bollocks. Dude, you're an alcoholic. It doesn't matter what word I use here, the problem is this guy drinks too fucking much. I don't understand how people can argue against this. My point here is you can call it whatever you want, it's not gonna change the fact that obesity is an underlying medical condition. And if you view that as offensive, well then that kinda contradicts your entire fat liberation argument. I thought it was—
I would genuinely hate it for it to be like an actual thing. I really hope this doesn't come to fruition and we can't call someone a fat loser or something in a video game and then we get banned for it. You watch it, man. In 10 years, it won't. We used to say it about everything.
It was okay to be morbidly obese. Why is it now all of a sudden a word that shouldn't be said?
Just a reminder that I am very fat and very sexy. And I
Okay.
am 100% glorifying obesity.
Glorifying obesity. What if a drug addict said that about, like... Okay, hold on. Actually, you know what? I have a better analogy. You know how people have, like, ED forums where they have eating disorder forums? People think that's bad. They think that little girls shouldn't be exposed to that stuff, and that's the extreme opposite of not eating. Why is it okay for them to glorify obesity and to say, like, oh, plus size means everything? But then ED forums get shut down and, like, it's considered bad on TikTok to glorify it, because it is, obviously. Yeah. No, not chat, not erectile dysfunction. I meant eating disorders. Yeah, anorexia, bulimia, that affects men and women as well. Please don't call it ED. Oh, come on. You guys are cooked. Anyway, as I was saying, I think it goes both ways. I don't think either should be glorified. It's horrible. Young girls get into it and then they die from it. It's horrible.
Oh my god. She just said the O word. Twitter, cancel her. No, but seriously, what are the rules here? Is it bad? Is it good? Is it a word that no one should ever say? Because if so, then I have a few replacement suggestions.
Chunky monkeys, wally people, burger bodied, bloated Bowser.
Talk, feel free to contact me.
Salad Dodgers, walking lasagna. Salad Dodgers is actually pretty good, man.
But this all just feels like they're just ignoring their health. Like one big everyone close your ears and go la 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 la, I don't want to hear the obese word. To which, okay, fine, but that's not...
People will find another creative way to call you stuff, man.
Gonna change the fact that you are obese. Oh, sorry, I meant you're plus-sized. And so is the plaque in your arteries. Good luck with heart disease.
Obesity is a noun, and it doesn't describe how large something is.
Well, actually, the word obese is...
It's an adjective. What the hell? You should be able to... You should have to pass an IQ test before you post stuff. I swear. Sometimes you just kind of have to take the L.
It's an adjective. And is a word used to describe a large human being. So, no, you're wrong.
The word obesity, not obese, is a noun, but in the context, is very clearly referring to adjectives definition with the use of the word. Yeah.
We don't say that that house is obese.
The word obese is used to describe people, genius.
The term
And animals in general. Yeah, in general, like a doctor or a vet at an animal hospital will say it's an obese dog or a cat or a freaking pig or something. Yeah, you can't. Oh my god, man! You can't call a mobile phone hairy. It's like doesn't have hair. Like what? A house doesn't have, like, human flesh and organs and fat deposits. Like, what?
obesity comes with judgment. Not a judgment of the size of that person, but of how they became large.
What are you talking about? By definition, it literally is used to describe how large someone is. At this point, you're just throwing in random shit in to make it sound like you know what you're talking about.
What are the chances these people are doing it for attention? They're not, unfortunately. I am telling you, it's actually true. Look it up. They're changing the curriculum for nurses in America because the population is so fat, and there's like projects and ideas going forward with the curriculum to make it not acceptable to refer to people as obese, and with sensitivity training. Go look it up. It's real. It's happening. I'm serious. Obese may come with a judgment, but also judging you for being highly regarded. Yes. He means TikTok people? There's people going for attention? I mean, yeah, but it's coming into reality. Yeah, it's coming.
Word obese is a chronic disease that impairs health, okay? You can try and shift the definition all you want, saying all this fucking judgment bullshit, but it's not gonna change the fact that being obese is bad for you. It's not neutral, it's fucking bad for you.
Yeah.
Word comes from Latin, meaning to overeat, which puts the blame on the larger person.
Where else is the blame supposed to go? Me? Is it my
No, the food just fell in my mouth. I didn't chew it. Nah. Someone put in a tube into my throat, and I just couldn't help myself. Sorry, chat. I became fat because I had to have like food jump in my mouth, and then my mouth chewed it for me. Yeah, you're being force-fed like a freaking goose or a dog.
fault that you can't go outside without a fucking scooter? Or is it your fault because you refuse to eat a salad once in a while?
As if food carries moral value. It doesn't, and we should stop using this word.
Well, obviously it doesn't hold moral value, it's just food. The food itself isn't the problem here. The problem is when you eat 3,000 to 4,000 calories of it every day. You can
Dude, food is nice. Good food is tasty, but like, you're overeating. It's a diagnosis. Your stomach expands. It's a thing. It's not like, food tasty, so like, I need to stop eating because it's bad. It's like, no, it's called moderation, man.
change the word all you want, the problem is still gonna be there. You fucking idiot. I don't like that word. Can we change it? Mate, the word's not the fucking problem. The problem is that your internal organs probably look like Indian street food. You're the size of 3 people and most of you can't even sit down in a chair. You want to change the word to round?
Man.
You want it to be plus size? You want it to be fucking morbid? It doesn't make a difference because the health problems that obesity cause are still gonna be there. Oh god, these people are so brain dead.
Why is it offensive to call someone fat who is fat?
Because it hurts their fifis, duh.
Hello, certified fat person here.
Oh my god. Certified fat person! What the fuck?
Ah, god. You know, at this point, I can just tell
me!
what kind of response I'm gonna get just from looking at them. I don't even like using this word, but this is literally the Karen haircut. Okay, well, let's hear this one out.
And I'm more than happy to answer your question if you really do want an answer, which I'm not so sure you do.
I freaking hate it when this just like unleashed a primal reaction.
Let's
This
hear
right
this
here.
one out.
And I'm more than
Right here, this whole hand thing. 1 second, this right here.
happy to answer your question if you really do want an answer, which I'm
This hand movement reminds me of when I used to work in an office, and there would be like this woman that would walk up to me like, so you need to do this, and it should be done by 2 p.m. You got that? Oh, I hate that shit. It drives me insane. That just like makes me so angry.
not so sure you do.
With the
Just get
head
on with
movement.
it.
To start, I refer to myself as fat, and I don't care if other people refer to me as fat, and that's because
Okay.
I don't see the word fat as a bad word. Even if someone tries to insult me by saying you're fat, my response is yes and.
I mean, yeah, she's not wrong. It's not a bad word. It's just a pretty bad health condition. And also, if that's the case, then why the fuck does everyone get so upset about the word obese? Is it because obese sounds worse than fat? I mean, it does, but
Because it is. You can be fat, but you aren't necessarily obese. Yeah, you can be overweight, which is the medical term for being fat, because you are over the weight that an average person is of your, like, you know, stature or, like, you know, physical complexity, I guess. Composition, rather. Yeah. Obese is like, you are overweight.
both lead to the same conclusion. Heart disease.
It took a lot of work to get to this point, and that's because, like many other words in our language, the word fat has a dark history where it has been used to belittle, insult, and dehumanize.
But for the most part, to educate, because being fat is not a good thing. It's not a fucking body type like in a video game. No, it actually has consequences in real life. The way you talk about being fat is like it's like being short or having a big nose.
I don't want to play an obese, overweight character in my video game. That's just me, though.
Or having big lips or some shit like that. Those are inherent characteristics which you can't change. You are just literally killing yourself.
So for a lot of people, it's very difficult to shake this history when they hear the word fat.
Because
skill issue.
It's an inherently bad thing. High blood pressure, high cholesterol, bone and joint issues.
You die sooner. Women who are really overweight, when they give birth, there's a higher chance of the child having complications because of like everything, essentially. Like it's, and then if you're overweight, this is like I don't know if he addresses it, but this is like off topic. If you are overweight and then you have a child, the chances of you, this is like statistical, of your child being overweight as well is increased tenfold because of your diet.
Digestion issues. Do I even need to go on?
And if you want the word fat to be used in the same way as skinny, thin, fit, then you need to use it in a way that's not derogatory, which quite frankly, you did not do in your video. So if
skinny is also used as a derogatory term, especially amongst men. Yeah, like what? Hello? Yeah, I've heard people calling each other names and saying you're a little skinny twig, you're a little bitch. Yeah.
Someone you deem fat prefers to refer to their body as curvy or plus size, they have every reason in the world to do so, and you need to respect it. Thanks.
What difference does it make? Listen, mate, if you'd rather be called plus size, then yeah, whatever, sure, fine. The problems you get from obesity are still gonna be there. How many times do I need to say the same thing before it drills into your abnormally large head? Whether you call it obese or not, it's still gonna be not good. But I guess this rational use of logic can't be expected from Fat Talk. I mean, they all collectively thought it was a good idea to call themselves Fat Talk, for fuck's sake. But another app that rational thought process can't be given to is Twitter. Obviously. I feel like anyone familiar with Twitter could have probably guessed that at this point. No one uses their brains on there. People even found a way to find political discourse in a McDonald's advert.
Oh my god, this was such a freaking like riot. Oh my god. The Japanese McDonald's ad depicting a fucking like wholesome family eating some McDo. Oh my lord, that was a disaster. It also actually kind of like probably put McDonald's in a better light. A happy family? No, they're not allowed to be happy.
People of Twitter even got mad at PewDiePie for being a happy, loving father.
Oh yeah, they called him a Nazi.
This app is actually hell. Like, actually fucking hell. I refuse to believe that anyone who uses this app is happy in real life. But of course, if they can make big issues out of literally nothing, I don't see how any of these are controversial by any means. But you wouldn't believe the fucking uproar when it comes to the word obese. Now, I look at dumb people all day. I look at silly people all day. And even I've got to put my hands up and say, these are some of the dumbest fucking retards on earth. Fat Talk is one thing, but Twitter is another fucking planet, man. Babe, obesity is a medical slur.
Medical slur?
Of your body. If you want to exercise and eat healthier, that's great, but don't be scammed and bullied into making yourself smaller. There is nothing wrong with being fat. Well,
you're getting scammed by stuffing your face with more food because you're paying more for each meal. Sorry, that's how it is.
I fucking beg to differ. This shit kills people, you know. But I guess my main question here is, how is weight loss a scam? I mean, yeah, sure, there are some shady weight loss practices, but for the most part, the weight loss journey itself is always a good thing. It's good for your heart, joints, mobility, overall health. You get to live longer. You actually get to sit down in chairs and you don't have to worry about a weight capacity. And you can actually walk without having to waddle around like a fucking penguin. This isn't bullying. This is just facts. Oh wait, sorry about that. I forgot I wasn't supposed to use rational thinking when talking to someone who uses Twitter. My apologies. When you see the fat phobic slur obesity, replace the word in your
mean fat girl
mind with fat people or fat children, and then see how the headline or proposal reads.
That's arguably even worse because fat children are usually not fat by choice. Because they don't have the money to make decisions. You are fat because you are fat. Yeah, like, what?
Oh god. Anything you propose to do about the fat phobic slur obesity is something you're proposing to do to fat people. And the reason why the word is a slur is because it makes you forget that fat people are people. Okay, no, mate. No. Whenever someone makes the statement that they want to get rid of obesity, they're talking about the illness obesity. They want to get rid of what these people have and not the people. Because they will live a lot shorter lives if they don't get rid of it. Obesity isn't a group of people, it's a health condition.
Yeah, you're born obese. You can't change it. Oh my god, these people are delulu, I swear.
Whenever someone says I want to get
Holy
rid of
smokes.
cancer, they're not saying they want to kill everyone with cancer. They're saying they want to get rid of the illness, you idiot. Don't even try and defend the fat phobic slur obesity by saying it's a medical term. It's a medical slur. Is that even a thing? Is a medical slur even real? It's either you have the condition or you don't. I don't see how that can be derogatory. It's the word doctors use to deny fat people medical care. Yeah, we know it's—
What do you mean deny fat people medical care? What?
used in medicine causing
That's literally illegal. You can't do that. You can't deny someone medical care.
they're using it to kill us.
God, man.
What? You know what? Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. Whenever a doctor gives a fat person health advice, they are just denying them healthcare. Yep,
Yeah,
you're right.
exactly.
I hate the term so much. It's so dehumanizing. I felt like a fucking specimen when I read the
What?
note my doctor wrote for me in order to get reasonable accommodations at work. You know,
I'm sorry, what? Oh my god. Sephiroth's main bitch. Oh my lord. Yeah. Yeah. This tracks. This definitely tracks. It's always a cartoon character. You likely are a specimen, yet you need to be studied. What the hell? Why is it always a cartoon and it's never of them? If you're fat, why are you hiding it?
you know, just getting a little bit silly here. You can do things in your life. I don't know what they are. I don't know what they could possibly be. There are some things out there which can help you lose weight, okay? I don't know what they could possibly be, but they are out there. So
Eating
if
less.
you don't like being obese, then you could maybe give it a try. Just an idea. The term obese is a slur. Violent, dehumanizing. It's anti-black.
I have actually no words. Anti-black. What? What? Wait, so they're implying that all black people are fat? What?
Well, as a colored crayon myself, I don't
Colored
see how.
crayon.
How can a biological health condition be racist? I am losing faith in our species. Hey skinnies,
true.
the word obesity is a fat phobic slur. Stop interacting with posts that use it as a way to combat fatness. I fucking hate y'all for that shit. If you're not fat, stay out of fat people's business.
Bro, the wheelchair with the astrology sign, and it's like another cartoon character. Hey skinnies. I love that they try to be like condescending. It's like, hey skinnies, like, oh hey bitch. Hey. It's like, it's not
And
an
if you
insult,
disagree,
man.
literally block me. Okay, well you're gonna fucking die. See you later, bro. Calm down. It's a joke.
Love this
Kind
guy.
of. The term obese is a slur because it is used to dehumanize and harass us. It's not because our feelings are hurt by an accurate description.
But you're writing on Twitter. You're obviously your fifis are hurt.
What it is, because I don't see how it could be anything else, it is an outdated term that does more harm than good. And as such, it should be eradicated. That's it. I've said it many times before and I'll say it again. Just because you get rid of the word doesn't mean you get rid of what it actually is. The cause is
We'll just replace it with another word. Yeah, Yeah, like, what's going on here? Like, what are we doing?
And effects of obesity are still gonna be a thing whether you call it obesity or not. How hard is this to understand? It's almost like education is illegal wherever you people are from. My god. Mercedes
All the people suffering from anorexia should also start saying, you can't say the word anorexic. That's a bad term.
claims that obesity is a slur used to exact violence on fat people, particularly black, disabled, trans.
What is it with people and saying that black people are freaking fat? What is going on? What planet am I living on, man?
And poor fat people. Oh god, I'm starting to genuinely feel my brain melt at some of this bullshit. What are you talking about? Honestly,
this is racism maxing for
what are you
real,
talking
dude.
about? A medical term used to diagnose people is now claimed to be violent. This can't be real life. They want to be victims so badly. It's so fucking cringe. You'll never see anyone defend anorexia or chain smoking like this.
Yeah.
So why do they do it for obesity? God, this is so fucking weird. Now, I'm not going to claim to be a medical professional by any means, because I'm really not. I only studied anatomy, physiology, and nutrition for around a year in college, right? But even with the little amounts of information I have on the subject, I still have more than enough knowledge to claim that being morbidly obese is not a good thing. It's not like a neutral body type like in a video game which has no impact on your gameplay. No, it's not like that. It's a serious medical condition and is terrible for your health. You don't even need to study anything to understand that. I feel like most people can tell what a healthy body looks like compared to an unhealthy one.
I can't wait for it to be like, no, obese is healthy. Obesity is a good thing. We should all be obese.
As long as you have more than 2 lines on your brain, then you should be able to know this. And yet, we have these people. But not only has this ideology seeped itself onto TikTok and Twitter, but it's also seeped itself into actual medical professionals.
Here we go. Here we go. This is what I'm talking about. This came across my TikTok page a few days ago, maybe like a week ago. Here we go.
Honestly, I wish I was joking.
If you are obese, please don't ever let a doctor or a healthcare provider tell you that you need to lose weight before they investigate further a symptom that you're having.
You have to be just a guy in a costume.
Imagine a nurse finds out you're addicted to like heroin and they're like, yeah, you know, all those like heart palpitations, you're gonna die soon if you don't stop. Also, don't let the doctor tell you to stop quitting heroin. Like, just keep on doing it. Thankfully, the TikTok that I had was of a woman saying that it was ridiculous that they're doing this, that they're teaching young nurses and doctors to like do this. That scrubs the costume. I mean, you can say that all you want, but there's evidence, man. There's evidence of this happening right now.
Okay, there is no way you have a medical license. Oh my days, how dare a medical healthcare provider provide medical healthcare? That's just ridiculous. If you are clinically diagnosed with obesity, then you should lose the weight. If a medical professional tells you to do so, then you should probably do so. A reliable—
He's kind of right, like actually try and confirm the reason. Don't negate symptoms just because you're fat. Okay, if you have PCOS and you gain weight, there are things you can do to help lose weight, even if it's... if you are at the point of being obese, not overweight, people get this misconstrued. If you have PCOS and you gain weight, and you are obese, you can cut back and become less unhealthy. That's what doctors want you to be. They want you to be less unhealthy so that you live longer, so you don't have to keep coming back as well.
Medical professional who actually uses biology, not this bellend.
If they want to delay getting a lab or getting imaging or having you see a specialist, if they want to delay that because they say you need to lose weight first, you need to push back on that person.
No, wait, what? What?
If they want to delay that because they say you need to lose weight first, you need to push back on that.
But if you're really overweight and they try to do surgery on you, you get in the way and then it complicates everything. This is actually like, this is insane. If this person's really have to like get them fired or take away their license or something. That is so cooked. Like on TV, when they have the 300-pound or 400, 500-pound person, they have to lose weight before surgery because it's like a risk for them.
Person. Or you need to find someone else.
Why? If you're obese and you're suffering from symptoms and you decide to lose the weight, there is a high possibility that those symptoms can lessen down, making treatment—
Yeah, exactly, and it makes it easier. It's also like a surgery thing. They have to like move aside more of you. Was a cardiac imaging nurse for 4 years. Doctors deny your imaging because you will actually break the machine. Yes, that's another reason. You will break things. Like, you will make it difficult. This is where I disagree. I think the context for the clip, obesity should not be the reason why they wouldn't diagnose other problems that combine with because they could have something else not related to the obesity. Oh my god, okay. That's your opinion, man. Doctors are doctors and they're wrong. This guy's a moron. The guy in the scrubs. He's missing context here. This is Dr. Mike saying doctors need to do their due diligence to rule out all conditions for diagnosing obesity as a cause of their condition. Dr. Mike is an obese patient with Lyme disease, but previous doctors kept blaming it on obesity. But obesity— okay, whatever. I don't care. You guys can go off. You guys can go off.
a lot easier
You're
for
right,
everyone
sweetie.
involved. Any doctor in their right state of mind would understand this.
Because your health problems are not just blamed on your obesity or the amount of fat tissue that you have.
Yeah, you graduated on Roblox, bro. There is no fucking way you have a master's degree. This may be news to you, doctor, but being fat itself—
I'm not getting one guy. This person paid $1 to yap in my ear, man. I'm gonna read their stupid shit.
is a health issue and will be the cause of 99% of the problems these people have. You'd like to believe a doctor would know this.
I knew a girl who had PCOS, and she said she had to lose weight. It wasn't all completely off. She was still a little bit overweight, but you have to fight it in order not to complicate your entire fucking life. Yo, God of Eggs, you are so kind. Thank you so much, man. Thank you. Thank you for the 1,000 biddies, man. Saying obesity doesn't account for all medical conditions. No, it doesn't. That's not what they're trying to say.
You are allowed to have other health problems as well, and you deserve the respect and dignity of investigating those other symptoms as well.
Yeah, but what about the main symptom that is visible? Are you serious? If this person walks into your office and says, "Oh, doc, my joints hurt," are you gonna say, "Oh, let me go investigate that further"?
Yes.
No, idiot.
They tell you to lose weight first. Exactly.
The problem is pretty obvious. It doesn't need much investigation.
Oh my god. Oh my lord.
You'd like to believe a medical professional would understand this, but clearly not. Jeez, man.
That's
Us
ridiculous,
evolving
man.
backwards really was an understatement. We've got people genuinely walking around thinking that there's absolutely nothing wrong with being morbidly obese. And there's even
Doctors aren't always right. Doctors do make mistakes, and sometimes obesity is used as a diagnosis when there's an underlying problem. Completely agree. But these happenings are generally very rare. Exactly, and you always need follow-ups if it's something exceptionally rare. America has an obesity crisis. Everyone is freaking fat. Of course you're gonna underlie and tell them to lose weight first before you go on to keep diagnosing. These happenings are generally very rare. If you like your current condition is caused by morbidity, just being fat, just get a second opinion. You're likely wrong, but really you can be right. Doctors are perfect. Yeah, no, doctors aren't perfect. Yeah, do both. Lose weight, go get a second opinion. I've had doctors that misdiagnosed my skin condition or something. I've had that before. Yeah, it just happens.
people thinking
Doctors
we shouldn't
can be
even
wrong.
say the word obese, whilst also simultaneously thinking that there's nothing wrong with being obese. But if that's the case, then why shouldn't we be able to say it? I mean, is it a slur? Is it liberating? Is it fat phobic? I don't even fucking know anymore. Every time I try and understand this stuff, I just get a headache. But there you have it. modern society. Calling people who are objectively unhealthy is now derogatory. And the word obesity should now be censored, but at the same time should be liberated and celebrated, and just, I give up. Every time I come back to this plus size agenda, it just makes less and less sense. But anyways guys, this is in fact the end of the video, and if you liked, please leave a like, and if you didn't, then feel free to degrade me in the comments. I hope my braces and newfound speech didn't affect the video too much, but if it did, then sorry about that. I'm still in my adapting phase, so I'm not fully normal just yet. But like I said earlier, I had to make this video. There was no way I was ignoring this. But yeah, hopefully next video I don't sound like fucking Timmy Turner. But with all that said, all my links and socials are in the description. Feel free to follow me on anything. I hope all of you guys did enjoy the video. But until next time, make sure to drink your water and get enough sleep at night.
No.
Okay, goodbye.
I don't think I will.
You know why being overweight is one of the smartest things you could do? Just imagine a zombie apocalypse and there's no food left. Overweight people keep all the food in their belly. Therefore, they would live longer than people who aren't overweight.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you also can't outrun a zombie, so,
Good luck outrunning any living creature. There's no way you actually think that being overweight in a zombie apocalypse is a good idea. And, side note, zombies aren't real, okay? You just threw your health in the garbage.
Gasping for air while standing. Bro. Me and my brother used to joke so much and say shit like, if we ever, so we'd watch like TV, right? And you see like My 500-Pound Life. I would say to my brother, if I ever got that fat, just take me out back, man. I don't think I could deal with this. Like, there's something way too wrong with me, man. And he'd be like, all right, shake on it. And then we shake on it, like, jokingly.
For a fictional story. It doesn't get any dumber than that.
That's a great video. This guy's really funny, man. He has 50k subscribers, what the hell? Dude, this guy's funny. Yeah, clappies, chat. He's good at editing, though. Got some nice little PNG edits.